to be alive. We give thanks to the ancestors for the miracle they bequeathed us. We vow to not squander this hitherto unimaginable opportunity. Meaningwave.
Akira.
The Don.
This boredom that we see in the world now may very well be a self-perpetuating, unconscious form of brainwashing created by a world totalitarian government based on money, and that all of this is much more dangerous than one thinks. And it's not just a question of individual survival, but that somebody who's bored is asleep, and somebody who's asleep will not say no. See, I keep meeting these people. I mean, just a few days ago, I met this man who I greatly admire. He's a Swedish physicist, and he told me that he no longer watches television, he doesn't read newspapers, and he doesn't read magazines. He's completely cut them out of his life because he really does feel that we're living in some kind of Orwellian nightmare now, and that everything that you hear now contributes to turning you into a robot. When I was at Findhorn, I met this extraordinary English tree expert who had devoted his life to saving trees. 84 years old, he always travels with a backpack because he never knows where he's going to be tomorrow. When I met him at Findhorn, he said to me, "Where are you from?" And I said, "New York." He said, "New York, yes, that's a very interesting place. Do you know a lot of New Yorkers who keep talking about the fact that they want to leave but never do?" And I said, "Oh, yes." And he said, "Why do you think they don't leave?" I gave him different banal views. He said, "Oh, I don't think it's that way at all." He said, "I think that New York is the new model for the new concentration camp, where the camp has been built by the inmates themselves, and the inmates are the guards, and they have this pride in this thing they built. They built their own prison. And so they exist in a state of schizophrenia, where they are both guards and prisoners, and as a result, they no longer have, having been lobotomized, the capacity to leave the prison they've made, or to even see it as a prison." And then he went into his pocket and he took out a seed for a tree, and he said, "This is a pine tree." Put it in my hand, and he said, "Escape before it's too late. Escape before it's too late. Escape before it's too late. We should get out. Get out of here. Escape before it's too late. Escape before it's too late. Escape before it's too late. This is the beginning of the rest of the future now. Escape before it's too late." See, actually, for 2 or 3 years now, Chiquita and I have had this very unpleasant feeling that we really should get out. That we really should feel like Jews in Germany in the late 30s. Get out of here. Of course, the problem is where to go, because it seems quite obvious that the whole world is going in the same direction. See, I think it's quite possible that the 1960s represented the last burst of the human being before he was extinguished, and that this is the beginning of the rest of the future now, that from now on there'll simply be all these robots walking around, feeling nothing, thinking nothing, and there'll be nobody left almost to remind them that there once was a species called a human being with feelings and thoughts, and that history and memory are right now being erased, and soon nobody will really remember that life existed on the planet. Escape before it's too late. Escape before it's too late. We should get out. Get out of here. Escape before it's too late. Escape before it's too late. Escape before it's too late. This is the beginning of the rest of the future now. Escape before it's too late.
Escape Bienvenidos, how y'all doing? Welcome, 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 one and all to the Meaningstream.
Akira.
559, number 559. Whoa, 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 whoa. Checking my earpiece. I should have checked this at the beginning. How is everything? Is the sound okay? Is the visual okay? Let me know. Shouts out to everybody locked in from early. What up, Shecky? Chris Champagne's in the house. We got Richard, the producer, in the house. What's up? Free Consciousness, JT the Lionheart. Sagittarius, Jason. Fuzzy, what? Sutton, 3202. What's up?
Akira.
The Don.
JT, I love the new banger, 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 banger. I see big things for this song, says Free Consciousness. Yoga Max says Plasma Field has been upgraded and soon our cells will be acclimated and consciousness will accelerate. Hope you're ready. Listo! Was born ready. Richard says everything is
Perfect.
If that ain't nice, I don't know what is. What's up, Michael? Keep up the good work, brother, for your bringing light in this dark world. Hey, appreciate you. Michael Stage. Yoga, sounds amazing. You look more amazing. Blessings, Maz of Wave Lord. Let's go. That's very nice of you to say. Back. That camera is zoomed in too close. Oops. Shouts out to everyone who's been enjoying this new release. Came out on Friday. Has been, obviously surprisingly, I don't know. But anyway, people like it. It's people like it. It's closing on like 20,000 streams on Twitter, 10K on IG, 5K on YouTube, 15K on Spotify in a couple of days. For a song where the chorus doesn't happen till like 2.5 minutes in. Matthew, Akira The Don, how do you decide which songs from albums are also released as singles? When I'm making the songs, I think to myself, this is a single. Sometimes it's tricky because sometimes they all feel like singles, and then you're like, well, what's a single? And that's a good question. This, for example, Escape is a single because it's an individual track. It's not of an album specifically. But if it was of an album, it wouldn't necessarily, you wouldn't think of it as being a single. A single you think of as something that, well, A, people are going to definitely like, and B, has appeal of some kind. I don't know. I don't overthink it. I just intuitively, instantly go, yep, that's single, that's single, that's single. That's the first single, that's the second single, doobie doobie. That's pretty much how it goes. I don't really overthink things. Juggler Math says, I'm liking the background. You mean the view from my spaceship? Me too! Yeah, it's very picturesque. Daunting! Yeah! Matthew Morgan, thanks ATD, love new single, appreciate you, brother.
Oh my God.
Thank you very much.
Pen and paper, what are you doing?
Doing the math! I'm doing the math!
Man,
Yo!
what are you talking about? I'm doing the math, man.
What?
I'm open-minded to the fact that, okay, if I do 5 pull-ups in a minute for so many hours, I can get so many pull-ups in. How much time do I have to rest? I was breaking the math down. You open-minded to the possibilities that I can do this. Once you shut your mind down to the possibility that it can be achieved, there's no way it can happen. So that's why my eyes and my body light up about things, because I know that if you're in a fight, you have to attack. You have to keep attacking. The enemy has to know he is not going to give up. The enemy has to know he is not going to give up. He must break the soul, whatever the fuck is in front of him. 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 The enemy has to know he is not going to give up. He must break the soul, whatever the fuck is in front of him.
Saran Ivanchukov, Akira The Don. What's up, brother? Big up some FL, bless Gwe Oral Vato. Kyle says, thank you, Akira, for continuing your work. Had you not taken the path you have taken in life, I wouldn't have found the life-giving words from people in your albums. This is true. Isn't that interesting how shit like that occurs? All this happenstance and chance. Had I not got up on that Tuesday and done that thing, then that thing would not have occurred. It's mental. Glad you're here, Kyle. Gordon Thomas, Marcus Aurelius quote of the day. Trust no bitch. I know that was Fox Mulder. Shaky, I'm doing the math. Sarah, and God bless David Goggins. God bless David Goggins indeed. Working on Goggins 2 is continuing apace. We have got, I think it's 9 tracks completed now. Completed. We're getting close. Looking forward to playing you New Goggins. Coming soon.
Someone had just fucked with their soul. And I looked at my guy in the book and I said, hey, guess what? Those motherfuckers aren't fucking tonight. Cause we own space in their fucking head. We own space. They were thinking about us tonight.
What?
The enemy has to know he is not going to give up. The enemy has to know he is not going to give up. He must break the soul, whatever the fuck is in front of him. 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 The enemy has to know he is not going to give up. He must break the soul, whatever the fuck is in front of him. And we start fueling off of that. We start fueling off the fact that, man, it takes 1 second of energy to steal everybody's. And then you have all the energy you need. That's all you need. You need to look at someone's eyes. You know how it is when you fight somebody and you broke that motherfucker. He's like, oh God, man, I don't want to go back to the next round. And you feel like, my God, I can fight all day. That's what taking souls is. But you have to have the will, the heart, the courage to go that distance when you're exactly jacked up. You have nothing left to give. And give more. You know how you get that fight or flight response when you get to move real quick? I started learning the mind a lot, how to get myself jacked extremely fast in a horrible environment when everybody's miserable. I learned how to really find strength in the misery. This is where I shine. And I started using all that misery for tons of drive and motivation to then lead people further, because you can get a lot of power through misery. And once people see that, my God, Goggins is fucking going, then everybody says, roger that. I started realizing that
Roger
if you can
that.
find strength just a little bit longer, you will have a crew of people following you along the way. The enemy has to know
He is not gonna give up.
The enemy has to know
He is not gonna give up.
the soul, whatever the fuck is in front of him.
Whatever the fuck is in front of you.
Whatever the fuck is in front of him. Whatever the fuck is in front of him. The enemy has to know he is not going to give up. You must break the soul, whatever the fuck is in front of you.
You have to take great pleasure in the fact that no one
Where do you shine, brothers and sisters? Where do you shine, brave wave-riding individual? Richard, the producer, shines in husbandry. Is that what you call being a husband, or is that when you trim hedges? And why are they the same? Either way, Richard, the producer, is celebrating. Where's that message gone? Where has it gone? 16 years with wife Jessica, also the producer. Very impressive, very beautiful. Felicidades. Wifey and I are coming up on 18 years, I believe. About to be. Not mad. Well, to get. Is that. How old's my niece? Because we were together and then she got born. That's how I know. Anyway. Time flies when you're having a wonderful life. Yoga says you can find great power in misery. Yes, you can. And you can. You know, I'm looking forward to harvesting the power of the misery of my digital audio workstation woes currently. Logic Pro, my digital audio workstation of choice, which I used to make my music in, upgraded to version 11 today from version 10. 10 came out 11 years ago, and now it's 11. So I was very excited to try that, and then it just kind of crashes. So. Life is suffering. Shecky says... We have new music this week. We have new music every week, basically. Coming up, we've got new music every week. Forever, ever. Forever and ever. In the words of Rick Astley. But let's just check in. We have Housekeeping. That's what I'm calling it. I'm calling it Housekeeping. We just had an update on the campaign. Written by my beautiful aforementioned wife. Let's see what she's saying. Hi, I should get her to read this, really, shouldn't I? Wife, you should come down here and read these things. Chris Champagne says 15-year anniversary with my Jessica. Chris Champagne's Jessica. Jessica Champagne is coming up on Thursday. Come on. That's my birthday. Hey. Congratulations. You chose a cool day. Hi, everyone. Writes Charlotte, a quick update. We are continuing to work through the setup of new people, systems, and processes involved in the switchover from our previous fulfillment partner. If you missed it last week, Airhouse, the company we were using, went under, so we're switching over to another one. The funder of Airhouse blocked me on X. And then a bunch of other people have been messaging me, asking me to comment on the situation and so on and so forth, which I have not. I do not have time for such endeavors. My number one priority is the wave. Anyway, we are not yet set up to ship campaign orders, writes Charlotte, because those require the receipt of new inventory, which requires a new process and specific new SOPs to be in place and explained so that your orders go out correctly. Okay, I understood most of that. The CDs are manufactured and currently on hold, waiting for the new receival process above to be in place. As soon as that's done, we will be shipping them from the manufacturer to the warehouse so they can be prepared for shipping to you. The masks are very close to completion, and this picture cheered me up on Friday at the end of a long week. Wifey was sad. And then she got sent this nice picture. Here it is. Look at that. Almost ready. It's loads of masks. Look at all those beautiful masks. Wow. So there you go. Those Marcus masks are almost ready. They look pretty ready. I saw them before they were painted. Milky. Look at that. Beautiful. More updates to follow. Thanks, Charlotte. So there's your campaign update from the Indiegogo campaign. Hurrah! Richard, the producer, thank you for the $4.99. You cutie. Says, every day, more and more, I love my wife and kids. Every day, more and more, I love my wife and kids. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate you. Love you all. Gonna spend time celebrating. But listen to it. Get after it. Proud of you.
Do you know who Akira The Don is?
Of course, he's amazing.
Well, the title medium is the massage. Is a teaser, a way of getting attention. There's a wonderful sign hanging on a Toronto junkyard which reads, "Help beautify junkyard. Throw something lovely away today." Now, this is a very effective way of getting people to notice a lot of things. And so the title is intended to draw attention to the fact that a medium is not something neutral. It does something to people. It takes hold of them, it rubs them up, it massages them, it bumps them around. The medium is the massage. The medium is the massage. The massage. The medium is the massage. The medium is the massage.
Broadcasting live from the peak of recorded human civilization. You're listening to Akira The Don.
We're gonna dedicate this to Richard and Jessica. This is a love song.
It's not just that every day more and more of our life is used up, and less of it is left.
It's not just that every day more and more of our life is used up,
And less of it is left, and less of it is left.
but this too, if we live longer, how can we be sure?
Our minds will still be up to understanding
The world,
to the contemplation that aims at divine and human knowledge.
if our mind starts to wonder, we'll still go on breathing, go on eating,
Perspiration, imagination,
feeling urges and so on.
will not fail. All that will not fail, but the power of making the most use of ourselves, calculating,
Where our duty lies,
analyzing,
what we hear and see, deciding whether it's time
to depart from life. All the things you need a healthy mind for, those are gone. We must make haste and
not just because daily we move closer to death.
but also 'cause our understanding
Our grasp of the world may be gone before we get there.
it may be gone before we get there.
It's not just that every day more and more of our life is used up, and less of it is left. It's not just that every day more and more of our life is used up, and less of it is left, and less of it is left. What? What's up, Ill Inc. says if you ever had an idea so good it would be criminal to not create it. That's how businesses are created.
You gotta get after it.
It's not just that every day of our life is used up, and less of it is left. It's not just that every day more and more of our life is used up, and less of it is left. We must make haste then.
Not just because daily we move closer to death, but
also cause I understand it. It may be gone before we get there. It may be gone before we get there. Congratulations, Richard and Jessica.
Genie is the root word for genius. And it's a really interesting idea because there's this unlimited power that's associated with genius, but it's constrained. And that's really what the human spirit is like, because it has this aspect of the infinite, and it is something that can grant wishes, but it's also constrained terribly. I don't ask God for favors or for wishes or for wishes.
I don't ask God for favors or for wishes.
For wishes. Constrained mortally and physically and all that, but the thing is that both the infinite possibility and the constraint are necessary. That's what makes up the genie. It has to be both at the same time. And the idea that, if you find your genie, you can have your wishes. It's right. You have to really want what you're wishing for. But you have to make the proper sacrifices to get it. It can't be just some whim. You have to ask for something that you would rather not have, which is usually wisdom. Somebody asked me about prayer. They asked me if I prayed, and I thought, well, it depends on what you mean by that. Exactly. I don't ask God for favors or for wishes.
For wishes. I don't ask God for favors or for wishes. Or for wishes.
I do think that if you sit on the edge of your bed and you ask what foolish thing you're doing to make it worse, that you'll get an answer right now. And it won't be the one you want, but it might be the one that if you listen to would set things straight. I don't think that I've ever been in a situation where if something wasn't going right for me and I sat and thought, okay, I'm willing to figure out what I'm doing wrong, which is a big thing to think because you never know how much you're doing wrong. It might be something that you really don't want to contend with. But if you clear some space to meditate on that, probability that you'll figure out something that you did that was stupid, that's bending you and twisting you in the wind, you'll get an answer very, very rapidly. I don't ask God for favors or for wishes. Or for wishes. I don't ask God for favors or for wishes. It's not obvious how you do that. It's not like you know how you're manipulating your neurons or something. It happens of its own accord in some sense, like you can participate with it, I guess, and you can interfere with it, and it seems to take a certain amount of willpower, but it still all happens mysteriously behind the scenes. And I would say this sort of attitude towards, let's say, prayer that we're discussing is just an extension of that. It's something like, well, you admit that there's a problem first, and then you ask for the minimum necessary intervention, which would be, all right, well, I'd like to move forward on this. Some small amount that someone like me could actually manage. I'd be willing to carry it out. And then you reorient the way you're thinking as a consequence of that, and something usually pops out of the abyss to guide you. Very strange, but it's not really any stranger than the fact that we can think at all. Because the fact that we can think is actually very strange. Strange like the fact that we can dream is strange. And that's strange beyond belief that you can dream. Or that something in you dreams. Which is a much better way of thinking about it, because it's not like you're really in control of your dreams.
Of wishes. Of wishes. I don't ask God for favors or for wishes. Or for wishes. You know, Yeah! Akira The Don, Jordan Peterson there with Wishes. Prior to that, it was Every Day with lyrics adapted from... Oi, come back. Meditations of Marcus Aurelius from the new album Meditations Volume 2, out now on all platforms and in all places. Shouts out to everybody locked in, live across space, across time, on the replay wherever you be. We're glad you were here. Andy Renata was cracking, baby. Yog Max says, I fully realize the initiation I've been on these last few years, and I've recently felt a huge weight lifted. All rite of passages have been fulfilled by divine right. All of them. All of them. Good gosh. Andrew Pullman says, started doing cold plunges after gym. How long before it gets easier? One way of thinking about it, and by it I mean both cold plunges and life, is it doesn't get easier, but your capacity to deal with it can increase if you put in that work. And that's what it's all about. Jake, great day, woo! Feels like it works.
You said that you lived a life.
That's right.
What does that mean? What does that look like? Why do you do that?
I stretch out every day for at least 2 hours. I don't drink. I don't go out. My regimen is I wake up, have oatmeal, run, come back, hit the weights. I'm a big sports guy. I don't leave the house at all. But do stuff like this. And I stretch out at nighttime.
Stretch out at nighttime.
I find people that I trust. It's a very small group of people who are honest and true to me. People who will die for me, and I'll die for them, which is a fucking small. And everybody else, man, you know, do you. And I say to myself, I let you do you. I don't judge people. I don't criticize you. You want to be a douchebag and be an ass and not live this country? Do you.
Do you? Drone stride that like, says Jake. You know, it's true. You should drone stride that like. Do you?
I don't care, man. I fought for this country for you to do you.
Yeah.
And all about you doing you, because I'm going to fucking do me. And I'm going to do me until I'm fucking dead. And I believe I earned the right. A lot of people haven't earned the right. Just because you live in this country, I mean, you earned the right. You gotta live a little bit. Live. And then have something to say. Or shut the fuck up, you know?
Shut the fuck up!
You know, do you. Do you.
Hey.
Do you. And I'm gonna do me until I'm fucking dead. You know?
Shut the fuck up! Oh! Shut the fuck up! Oh!
Do you. And I'm gonna do me until I'm fucking dead. You know?
That song could have been Shut the Fuck Up. I could have chosen Shut the Fuck Up to be the chorus. And then that would have meant I wouldn't have been able to do Shut the Fuck Up on the new album. Or maybe that would have become Shut the Fuck Up too. Since there is a song called Shut the Fuck Up on the new album. Shut the fuck up! Oh, it's just, oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it so much. Whoa! Whoa! Time to get up!
Treachery, hatred, violence, absurdity in the average human being to supply
Those who preach peace do not have peace. Those who preach love do not have love. Beware the preachers. Beware the knowers.
Beware those who are always reading books. Beware those who either detest poverty or are proud of it. Beware those quick to praise, for they need praise in return. Beware those quick to censure, they are afraid of what they do not know. Beware those who seek constant crowds. They are nothing alone. Beware the average man, the average woman. Beware their love. Their love is average, seeks average, but there is genius in their hatred. There is enough genius in their hatred to kill you, to kill anybody. Not wanting solitude, not understanding solitude, they will attempt to destroy anything that differs from their concept. Those who preach God need God. Those who preach peace do not have peace. Those who preach love do not have love. Beware the preachers. Beware the knowers. Not being able to create art, they will not understand art. They will consider their failure as creators only as a failure of the work. Not being able to love fully, they will believe your love incomplete. And then they will hate you. And their hatred will be perfect. Like a shining diamond. Like a knife. Like a mountain. Like a tiger. Like hemlock. Their finest art. Those who preach God need God. Those who preach peace do not have peace. Those who preach love do not have love. Beware the preachers. Beware the knowers.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Time to get up. Look at the sun, so pretty today. It's so bright and so smashing. Lasting helps out the grass and smile when it's morning time. Last night I wrote 3 rhymes. I woke up to see the sun shining. God is my witness in scriptures and pictures. The sun kiss scrumptious, sun is nutritious. It makes me wanna climb, take a bite out of shine. This little light of mine. Yo, the sun can never be pussy. He always come out. He'll sit right there, even if you pull your gun out. He can never run out. When the lights go out, it's Japan's turn now. The earth had spun around. I see yellow and green. It's a beautiful thing. The sky's blue cause the sun hit the water like bing. A reflection. And that's all it is. You can't stare at him long cause your face will do like this. Look who's shining again. We been rhyming again. Ice be blinding the men. He come through time and time again.
Check out my nephew, he jumped up in the window just to see you. Look what he drew. A Carl House always wants to be with you. He's just as jolly. He always begging me to let him see you. I'm like, probably if you clean up and read a little, you make people's eyes glow. You got the Weather Channel bugging and you stubborn when it snow. You my mentor. Mothers name their kids after you. New slang, nothing personal. We knowin' what you been through, son. You roll like 1 in a million, yo.
Son.
You always find like 1 in a building, yo. We those babies from day one. All I had was you on my birthday, baby. Think you owe me one. The way the world look when you around. Prisoners get out, look up, grin at you, and then kiss the ground. You my favorite. I wish we had 3 more of you. I adore. Plus, I even go to the store for you. Look who's shining again.
Oh my.
We been rhyming again.
Oh my.
Eyes be blind in the middle.
Oh my.
Time and time again.
Our diverse son can be enriching and cruel. Reaching a full 98 and got the kids in the pool. Isn't it cool how it spreads joy, huns late?
Ain't it?
And it's hard to go back to work when your lunch breaks
Finish.
Strap hang before. So it's a fact I support. Feeling the warm sun rays upon your back as you walk. The heat driven. A theory I clung to deep within is souls have to go through the sun to reach heaven and sent in retreat. Our souls bad and deceived, mad and believed since dinosaurs.
And Adam and Eve.
That sun's hovered to the extermination of us. It's a peephole which leads to the firmament above us.
Who could take a raindrop and turn into glee? And draw it up 6 miles over tropical wilds and bring it to the sea.
Look who's shining again. We been rhyming again. Ice be blind in the middle.
Oh my.
You come through time and time again.
Those who preach God need God. Those who preach peace
Do not have peace.
Those who preach love do not have love. Beware the preachers.
Beware the knowers. Yeah. We become what we think about. We become what we think about. Yeah, make some noise, brothers and sisters. Make some noise for. Oh, Nightingale, let's go. Whoop, whoop. Ba, 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 ba. We become what we think about. Now let me say that again. We become
what we think about. Throughout all history, the great wise men and teachers, philosophers and prophets have disagreed with one another on many different things. It is only on this one point that they are in complete and unanimous agreement. Listen to what Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor, said. He said, a man's life is what his thoughts make of it.
And a man's life is what his thoughts make of that.
Disraeli said this. Everything comes if a man will only wait. I have brought myself by long meditation to the conviction that a human being with a settled purpose must accomplish it. And that nothing can resist a will that will stay even existence for its fulfillment.
We become what we think about. We become what we think about. We become what we think about. Yeah, yeah. Come with me.
Waldo Emerson said this. A man is what he thinks about all day long. William James said, the greatest discovery of my generation is that human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind. And he also said, we need only in cold blood act as if the thing in question were real, and it will become infallibly real by growing into such a connection with our life that it will become real. It will become so knit with habit and emotion
You will be learning.
If you wish to be good, you will be good. Only you must then really wish these things and wish them exclusively. And not wish at the same time 100 other incompatible things just as strongly. We become what we think about. We become what we think about. We become what we think about. Now let me say that again. We become what we think about.
Come with me.
In the Bible you read in Mark 9:23, if thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. Dr. Norman Vincent Peale said this: this is one of the greatest laws in the universe. Fervently do I wish I had discovered it as a very young man. It dawned upon me much later in life, and I found it to be one of the greatest, if not my greatest discovery outside of my relationship to God. And the great law, briefly and simply stated, is that if you think in negative terms, you will get negative results. If you think in positive terms, you will achieve positive results. That is the simple fact, which is at the basis of an astonishing law of prosperity and success. In 3 words, believe and succeed.
Yeah. Believe
and succeed.
Believe
and succeed.
Believe
and succeed. Believe and succeed.
We become what we think about. Akira The Don and Earl Nightingale. That's coming out this Thursday midnight. That's my birthday. Ooh. Muy auspicioso. And that's from the album The Strangest Secret in the World. Meaningwave is happy and proud to announce that we have secured the license to release that record in an official capacity. And thus forth we are. That single drops this week. With the album following a couple weeks later, we'll be having a single every week for 3 weeks, then the album. That's what's going on. How is everybody? John Supko says, happy early B-Day. Hey, thank you so much. It's birthday week. My wife announced earlier she's been nice. Her and my son have been very nice to me. No, I mean, not that they aren't always. But it's birthday week. Ooh. Sup, Dewey? Sup, Shaky? Chad, what's cracking, baby? Chad, are you doing push-ups? Chad by name. Chad by nature. Let's do the international high five since we're here, since we're together. And since it's important to ascertain the international nature of this endeavor, let me know where you are and what you're looking forward to this summer. Just one thing. I'm looking forward to you hearing all this amazing music that I've been working on. I'm looking forward to that being out there and you being able to enjoy it and utilize it in your day-to-day lives. I'm looking forward to that. Chad says push-ups, exactly. Shaggy's also doing push-ups, 20, it would seem. Matthew Morgan says melons, and I think we can all concur with that sentiment. Sedge Couch, summer. Exactly. Order! I have an electrolyte. I'm looking forward to caning 1 billion of these. I went down Sam's Club, City Club. Was this City? No, it was City Club. City Club. I got a membership. I went down there to check out like the how much it costs to get just fucking boxes of these things because I go through so many. Man like Shaky, California family vacation. Oh yeah. Sheila, Nashville, looking forward to another summer of Maz. Chad, Ottawa, Canada, driving the open road. Vroom. Ill Ink Denver finishing my overdue master's thesis. What about your amazing idea? Fuzzy3202, looking forward to visiting my friends and family again. It's G Bloody. Andrew Pullman says Andrew Pushman has entered the chat. Duality is always secretly unity. JT, the motherfucking Lionheart. New Jersey, looking forward to visiting family in San Diego this summer. My daughter will meet her cousins. JT posted a really lovely picture of JT and JT's brother pre-gaming for a Jordan Peterson show with some Meaningwave, I think it was. Shouts out to them. Shouts out to everyone who's wearing Meaningwave right now. I know I am. I know I always am. I'm wearing Meaningwave shorts. I'm wearing a Meaningwave t-shirt, a very old one. I'm wearing a lovely Meaningwave hat. Free Consciousness, Vegas in the gym, looking forward to longer days. Dewey Evans, Canada, healthier life. More life! Exactly. And with that being said, 3, 2, 1, hi! Cinco Alto Chocolos. We in the house.
I tell you, mythology, I think of
What up, Beth?
the homeland of the muses,
Missouri, looking forward to the unknown.
the inspires of
Nice.
poetry, and to see life as a poem,
Go!
yourself participating in a poem is what the myth does for you.
Go, Killah!
A vocabulary formed not of words, but of acts and adventures, which connote something transcendent of the action here, and which yet informs the whole thing. So to always feel in accord with the universal being.
Every mythology, every religion is true. Every mythology, every religion is true. In this sense,
it is true as metaphorical of the human and
cosmic mystery, every religion is true.
Jesus ascended to heaven. The story is he ascended bodily to heaven. The story is that his mother, still alive, asleep, ascended to heaven. This is metaphorical of something. You don't have to throw it away. All you have to find is what it's saying. What it's saying is he didn't go out there, he went in here, which is where you must go too. Ascend to heaven through the inward space to that source from which you and all life came. That's the sense of that. Now, according to the normal way of thinking about the Christian religion, we cannot identify with Jesus. We have to imitate Jesus, but to say, I am God, as Jesus said, is for us blasphemy. However, in the Thomas Gospel, Jesus says, he who drinks from my mouth will become as I am, and I shall be he. Wow, that's Buddhism.
Oh!
Every mythology,
Every religion is true. Every mythology, every religion is true.
In this sense, it is true as metaphorical of the human and cosmic mystery. Every religion is true.
True.
Heaven and hell are within us, and all the gods are within us. This is the great realization of the Upanishads of India already in the 9th century BC. All the gods, all the heavens, all the worlds are within us. They are magnified dreams, and what dreams are manifestations in image form of energies of the body in conflict with each other. This organ wants this organ. That's all myth is. Myth is a manifestation in symbolic images, metaphorical images of energies within us in conflict with each other. Every mythology,
Every religion is true.
every mythology, every religion is true.
In this sense.
It is true as metaphorical of the human and cosmic.
All right, fuck it. I'm going to play a new song.
Is true.
It's purely for scientific purposes because James just sent through a new master, so I want to see what it sounds like in context. So I will be playing a brand new unheard song in this broadcast quite soon.
There's a Polynesian saying that frequently comes to my mind.
Step by step. What's that song? Heart to heart. Toy soldiers. Martika, that was it.
There's a Polynesian saying that frequently comes to my mind. Standing on a whale, fishing for minnows. We are standing on a whale. The ground being is the ground of our being. And outward turned, we see all these little powers here. But inward, we are the source of them all. That's the big mystical teaching.
Make some noise for Joseph Campbell. Never regard.
Something is doing you good if it makes you break your word or lose your self-respect. That makes you hate,
Suspect or execrate.
It can't be doing you good if it makes you act a hypocrite or to desire for
Anything.
that's done behind closed doors. A man who puts first his own mind, the divinity, and the holy rights of its excellence makes no scene, no wailing, no gnashing of teeth,
No anything.
no solitude, nor no company. Above all, you'll be free from fear and desire, from fleeing or flying from death, carrying how many hours your soul.
And your body got left.
If it's time for you to go, leave willingly, even if you must depart immediately.
You will go readily.
As if you were going to do
Anything that can be done with order and with decency. And concentrate on this your whole life long.
the state your mind is in.
Is never foreign to a reasonable social being. Never regard something as doing you good. If it makes you break your word.
Or lose your self-respect.
That makes you hate.
Suspect or execrate. It can't be doing you good.
Ah,
Act a hypocrite.
ah.
Desire for anything.
Best done behind closed doors.
In the mind of one chastened and purified, no wound, no abscess you will find. His life's not cut short by death. In the manner of an
Actor who left.
before he played his role, before the story's told, before the play is over, before the curtain falls.
In it, there's nothing said by Lord eyes or exaggerations. No clinging, no disdain.
No excuses, no evasions.
Speaking of excuses, why have you not yet punched that like?
Something is doing you good.
Come on!
Makes you break your word or lose your self-respect.
That makes you hate, suspect or execrate. It can't be doing you good.
If it makes you act a hypocrite.
Or to desire.
Anything.
Best done behind closed.
Fortunes require leverage. Business leverage comes from capital, people, and products, with no marginal cost of replication.
Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I will move the earth. Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I will move the earth. Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I will move the earth. Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand.
Leverage is critical. We all know what leverage is when we use a seesaw or a lever. We understand how that works physically. But I think what our brains aren't really well evolved to comprehend is how much leverage is possible in modern society and what the newest forms of leverage are. The oldest form of labor, which is people working for you. So instead of me lifting rocks, I can have people lift rocks. then just by my guidance and where the rock should go, a lot more rocks get moved than I could do myself. Everybody understands this because we're evolved to understand the labor form of leverage.
Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I will move the earth. Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I will move the earth. Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I will move the earth. Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand.
And so what happens is society overvalues labor as a form of leverage. This is why your parents are impressed when you get a promotion and you have lots of people working underneath you. This is why when a lot of naive people, when you tell them about your company, they'll say how many people work there. They'll use that as a way to establish credibility. They're trying to measure how much leverage and impact you actually have. We just automatically assume that more people is better. But I would argue that this is the worst form of leverage that you could possibly use. Managing other people is incredibly messy. It requires tremendous leadership skills. You're one short hop from a mutiny or getting eaten or torn apart by the mob. It's incredibly competed over. Entire civilizations have been destroyed over this fight. For example, communism, Marxism is all about the battle between capital and labor. Das Kapital und das Labor, right? So it's kind of a trap. So you really want to stay out of labor-based leverage. You want the minimum amount of people working with you that are going to allow you to use the other forms of leverage, which are much more interesting.
Give me a lever long
Whoa!
enough and a place to stand,
And I will move the earth. Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I will move the earth. Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand,
and I will move the earth.
give me a lever long enough. Yeah. Shouts out Alan V. Says loved his music. Shouts out to you who are breathtaking. Cedric said loved his groove all the way through. Speaking, I believe, of we become what we think about. Sheila was vibing on How to Get Rich series this weekend as I was mowing the lawn. So many bangers. Free Consciousness said I was going to request this song. Tonight was a super request show. How about that? And I will move the earth. Give me a lever long enough, and I will give me a lever long enough, and I will move the earth. Give me a lever long enough, and I will.
If you can keep your head when all about you
are losing theirs and blaming it on you.
If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream, then not make dreams your master. If you can think
and not make thoughts your aim,
if you can meet triumph and disaster
and treat those who imposters just the same,
if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken,
twisted by names to make a trap for fools,
or watch the things you
gave your life to broken,
and stoop and build them up with worn out tools.
Oh! If
you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word
about your loss.
If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone,
Yeah. Oh, if. Oh, if.
If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue,
or walk with kings, no need to common touch. If the flowers, no loving friends can hurt you. If all men count with you, but none see much. None see much.
if you can fill the unforgiving man with 60 seconds worth of distance run,
Yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more. Yo, be a man, my son. If, oh, if, oh, if, oh, if. That's right. Joko Willing, Akira The Don, Rudyard Kipling, Earth. Shouts out everybody locked in, man, like Alcibian. Get Rich Albums opened up my eyes to how money works. Now I'm sitting atop fat Bitcoin stacks. Thank you, Akira. Proud of you. Felice Pinche Dadas. We do so love to see it. Beth says very correctly and scientifically accurately, Rudyard Kipling is the bomb. Meanwhile, many push-ups have been dropped in honor of Jocko. Correct. Jason just dropped 20 respectfully. My guy. Yo, smash that like respectfully.
Journalists and economists, academics, when they talk about private companies.
We're going to hear a brand new song very shortly because I have no impulse control.
Or when a business journalist attacks
That's not why.
Is IPOing. It's complete nonsense. Those people have never built anything. They're professional critics. They don't know anything about making money.
Flash.
Those people have never built anything. They're professional critics. They don't know anything about making money.
Woo.
People have never built anything. They're professional critics. They don't know anything about making money. All they know is how to criticize and get page views. You are literally becoming dumber by reading them. You are burning neurons.
Burn it up!
All they know is how to criticize and get page views. You are literally becoming dumber by reading them. You are burning neurons.
Burning neurons.
I'll leave you with a quote from Nassim Taleb that I like. If you want to be a philosopher king, first become a king, and then become a philosopher. Not first become a philosopher, and then become a king. First become a king, and then become a philosopher. Not first become a philosopher, and then become a king. First become a king, and then become a philosopher. And then become a philosopher, and then become a king. First become a king, and then become a philosopher. Not first become a philosopher, and then become a king. Now, first become a king, and then become a philosopher. Not first become a philosopher, and then become a king. Boom! One of the reasons why we're a little vague in this album is because we're trying to lay down principles that are lists, as opposed to just giving you the winning lottery ticket numbers from yesterday.
Uh-huh.
First become a king,
and then become a philosopher. Not first become a philosopher, and then become a king. First become a king, and then become a philosopher. Not first become a philosopher, and then become a king. First become a king, and then become a philosopher.
Not first become a philosopher, and then become a king. First become a king, and then become a philosopher. Not first become a philosopher,
and then become a king. I just dropped the air chat link in the chat. Hey Jason, could you add that to the Nightbot command thing with exclamation mark air chat for when people want to know what the air chat is? You can find us on air chat. There's a Meaningwave room that Naval made for us, which you can all go chat in. And you can find me, Akira The Don, on air chat. Though Naval did ask me if I wanted to be shortened to Akira, which I might do. But then that would be the only place that I wasn't Akira The Don. So I'm kind of torn. It would be good to have at Akira, I don't know. Thank you, Jason says, on it! Then become a king. Bro! Stop! Whoa! And if you care, it's all for yourself, Dan. I just found myself unconsciously woggling my head. Like in that fucking video. Yeah! Sprint! If you care, it's all for yourself, then be your own savior while you still can. Bro! If you care, it's all for yourself, then. If you care, it's all for yourself, then. Be your own savior while you still can. If you care, it's all for yourself, then. Be your own savior while you still can. If you care, it's all for you. If you care, it's all for yourself, then. 1, 2, 3, go! If you care, it's all for yourself, too. Still can.
Now people can say all kinds of things. They can say, well, this is just the autonomous substructures of the psyche manifesting themselves. But it sounds to me like a lawyer's explanation. It's hard to smoke DMT, especially if you're not a smoker. It's harsh. Some people don't get enough. I would say of the people who smoke as much as I think you should smoke, 75% probably report something like this. It's hard for people to report. I've had years and years of practice. What I've just told you about this is an incredibly crumpled, compressed, edited version. Because what is really happening in there is unspeakably bizarre. Unspeakably bizarre. Unspeakably bizarre. Unspeakably bizarre. Unspeakably bizarre. Unspeakably bizarre. Unspeakably
To spread joy, you have to have it. To impart delight, you have to be more or less delightful. And to be delightful is not one factor of trying to make yourself look delightful. It is to do things that are delightful to you. Do things that are delightful to you.
Yeah, yeah!
Do things that are delightful to you.
Do things that are delightful to you.
Thereby delightful to others.
Major key.
To do things that are delightful to you.
So I'm going to play an unreleased song. Because that is delightful to me.
Do things that are delightful to you.
And I want to check the levels.
You become thereby delightful to others.
Yeah!
That's to say people who are
Science.
Are people who are interested.
How are you feeling out there, Meaningwave Autonomous Zone?
For example, who is constantly thinking about all sorts of other things and other people and so on. Because they're fascinating. Becomes a fascinating person.
Make mine Meaningwave.
A person who doesn't think about anybody else and who's got very little going on in skull is boring. So, in other words, your engagement with the external world, the more you are involved, the more your personality is enriched. Do things that are delightful to you.
Do things that are delightful to you. Do things that are delightful to you. You become thereby delightful to others. Do things that are delightful to you. Do things that are delightful to you.
Do things that are delightful to you.
You become thereby delightful to others.
But if you try to enrich your personality by taking a course in how to win friends and influence people, or how to be a real person, you'll become a washout. You'll be like somebody who tried to get a good nutrition by biting his and then the fingers next, and then half an arm gone and so on. You're entirely nourishing yourself with yourself. Now, of course, on a vast scale, the universe does that. It eats itself up. That's why the symbol of the snake swallowing its tail is a fundamental, archaic symbol of life. But the way it's done is that the snake has in some part of the ring a place where it's not sensitive. It's called the unconscious. Where it doesn't know that what comes to it in the form of food is actually what left it in the form of excrement. That thing is... Don't mention it. After all, as the Lord said at the beginning of the universe, you must draw the line somewhere.
Whoa!
Do things that are delightful to you.
Do things that are delightful to you.
Do things that are delightful to you. You become thereby
delightful
to others. Do things that are delightful to you.
Do
things that are delightful to you.
Do
that are delightful to you.
Don't just listen. All right, in the name of science, I'm going to play a new track. I just had the latest version of the master back from James in Australia. And the previous version was almost perfect. There was just some slight adjustments needed to be done on the top end, some sparkle and issues of that nature. So I've decided I'm going to play it so I can hear it in the context of all these songs. I'm very warmed up to being able to hear frequencies right now. So I will play a new song that you've never heard before. Now I'm going to need you to smash all them Goggins emojis. I'm going to need you to smash all them Goggins emojis right now so we can summon forth this record. Adji Pullman says, I delight in seeing the weight I can lift get heavier with each passing week. Me too, my guy. Isn't that just an absolutely delightful thing? Good gosh, that's delightful. I love seeing my t-shirts get smaller and smaller. Absolutely delightful. Wow. Ah, yeah. World exclusive right here.
Never in life meet a hater do better than you.
Bow, 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 bow.
Never in life meet a hater do better than you.
Shut down! Whoa, 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 whoa! Shut the front door! Shut the front door! What?
Meaningwave. Have you made your ancestors' sacrifice worthwhile today?
Oh boy! Ooh, yeah, it sounded pretty good. Oh boy. You will!
Never in life meet a hater do better than you. Never in life meet a hater do better than you. People get hurt by these people. I love them. Because I used to be a weak motherfucker too. You show me every day who you are. Well, they want to come on, some of them want to come on and offend me. But you gotta see what's up with Goggins. You gotta see what's up with him. You must see TV. So you gotta watch it. So that's amazing. I don't know who the fuck you are. Never will. Because you haven't done enough for me to take notice. But you know who the fuck I am. You will
never in life
meet a hater
doing better than you. You will never in life
meet a hater do better than you.
Make mine Meaningwave.
Gives me a lot of power every day, but that's what people gotta understand.
Bah, bah, bah.
These haters, they know who you are, but you don't know them. There's a reason behind that. You've done something amazing. They've done nothing. They've done nothing. They've done nothing. Period. Which is probably why they fucking hate your ass. That's right. You will never in life
Bow, bow, bow.
meet a hater do better than you. Never in life meet a hater.
Make mine Meaningwave.
Boom.
Never in life meet a hater do better than you. Never in life meet a hater do better than you.
Bah, 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 bah. Brand new, unreleased from the forthcoming Goggins 2. Never in life will you meet. Hey, I'm doing better than you. No chance. How did that sound? I think that sounded pretty fucking great. Boom! All right, I'm pleased. There's one, I have a slight adjustment based on that. Perfect, and it's good, right? Because if I had checked that in my normal way of checking, I don't know if I would have caught the change that needs to be made. And just in the context of listening to it compared to other versions of it. Yo! Sheila, I work really hard not to hate. Hate leads you down the path you don't want to go. Measure against yourself somebody who's not you. No, thank you. That's what's up. Hate is a boomerang. Fuck that. Shaky says, loved it. Chad says, song is awesome. Andrew says, thanks for sharing that, Akira. Dewey was not expecting that kind of beat with Goggins. Great. Really? Did we not have a bunch of kind of funk soul beats on the previous album? Doing better than you. I guess that one's a bit faster and has a bit of a Miami bass feel to it. Doing better than you. Never in life. World exclusives on the Meaningstream.
Akira.
Let's go.
Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you, that even Solomon in all his glory,
Andrew Pullman says the song is filled with all the soul that Goggins has taken.
one of these. Wherefore, if God so clothes the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven,
shall he not much more clothe you? Oh, you little babe. Oh, you little babe.
oh, ye of little faith,
Oh, you little babe.
shall he not
Much more
clothe you? Therefore, take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherewithal shall we be clothed? Those are famous lines. That's sort of Christ the hippie, right? It's like, hey, let it all hang out, do your thing, and everything will come to you. But that's seriously not the proper interpretation, because there's a kicker with this. And the kicker is this. For your heavenly Father knows you have need of all these things. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. O ye of little faith.
Oh, ye of little faith. Oh, ye of little faith.
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. That's a lot different than the hippie thing. That's a lot different than the hippie thing. Right? That's a lot different than the hippie thing. That's a lot different than the hippie thing.
Right.
That's a lot different than the hippie thing.
Bucko.
That's a lot different than the hippie thing.
Right.
That's a lot different than the hippie thing. That's a lot different than the hippie thing.
Right.
There's a very, very, very interesting idea here. It's certainly one of the most profound ideas that I've ever encountered. If you configure your life so that what you are genuinely doing is aiming at the highest possible good, then the things that you need to survive and to thrive on a day-to-day basis will deliver themselves to you. If you dare to do the most difficult thing that you can conceptualize, your life will work out better than it will if you do anything else. Well, how are you going to find out if that's true? There's no way you're going to find out whether or not that's true unless you do it. You have to be all in this game.
beginning of another great day. A sunny summer day. It's the best day. For you know what?
Boom! Bam, bam. Bam, bam.
I'm going to read you a quote from Norm MacDonald. And he says this. The idiot sees the world as good versus evil. The cynic sees the world as evil
versus evil.
The truth that no one seems to be able to see is that the world is, and always has been,
a battle of good versus good. Bam, 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 bam.
Versus good. Versus good.
Bam, bam, bam.
Versus good. Wow. This is actually really profound. This is the situation we find ourselves in. There are not two sides in which one is good and one is evil. There are two sides in which one feels that it is good and it believes, incorrectly, that the other one is evil. But both sides are pretty sure that their version of the world is the good one.
Boom!
Wow.
Boom!
The world is, and always has been, a battle of good
versus good.
Versus good. Versus good.
Don't I know it?
Versus good. Versus good.
Don't I know it?
Special message from Chad Comstock. Dear Heavenly Father, please bless Mass. I say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Gracias, hermana.
Everybody is someone else's weirdo. Everybody is someone else's weirdo. Everybody is someone else's weirdo. Everybody. Do you ever feel to yourself, man, I am so weird. If anybody found out how weird I am, I'd be in trouble. Because, man, I'm so weird. Well, I would like to introduce to you the basket case theory, something I developed when I was a young man to explain what I was witnessing. And it goes like this. If you meet a stranger, could be somebody you want to date or just somebody you work with, maybe just a friend. When you meet them, don't they seem pretty complete? Have their act together pretty well? Man, that stranger. I wish I could be like that stranger because that stranger doesn't have anything weird about them. They've got their act together and on the inside, pretty confident and pretty capable. And then time goes by and you learn more about your date or your friend or your coworker. And suddenly there's a flaw. Oh, well, I didn't see that on day one, but there does seem to be a flaw. Maybe a little weirdness. Day 10, looks like there's more than one flaw. 2 years later.
Oh, shit.
Well, I guess
everybody's fucked up. Boom, 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 boom.
That's the basket case theory.
Like you. Everybody looks good. It's true. Everybody's fucked up. Fucked up just like you. Everybody's fucked up. It's true. Everybody's fucked up like you. Ooh. Everybody looks good. It's true. Everybody's fucked up. Fucked up just like you.
Just different kinds of baskets. As soon as you realize that every fucking person is a basket case, you're free. You're free. What is it that bothers you more than anything, as long as you're healthy and you have a job? Bothers you more than anything is what people think of you, or what you think they think of you, or what they might think of you, or how they would treat you if you did this embarrassing thing. They're not better than basket case theory. They're not better than you. They're just people you don't know that well. That's it. There's nothing else to the story. You just don't know them that well. If you did, you wouldn't be impressed.
Wow.
Everybody's fucked up.
It's true. Everybody's fucked up like you. Ooh. Everybody looks good. It's true. Everybody's fucked up. Fucked up just like you. Everyone's fucked up. Whoa!
Everybody looks good.
Everyone looks good.
Once you get to know a human
Everyone's fucked up too. Everyone's fucked up. Everyone's fucked up too.
The sense that you just have to go on living. That life is a must.
When you say to anything spontaneous, see, life is spontaneous. It happens in the words of the Taoists, Ziran, which means of itself so. That's their Chinese expression for nature. What happens by itself, what isn't pushed, but it just pops up, you see? You came into being, you know? It happens in a kind of a plop way like that, see? Now, you can't tell that process. You ought to happen. You must happen. Because that puts a bind on it in the same way as when you have a child and all the relatives that come to a party on Thanksgiving, the child into the middle of all the relatives, and say, now dear, play. Now dear, play.
What?
Now dear, play. Play on demand, play on demand, play on demand, play. Say now dear, play.
Go!
Now dear, play. Play on demand, play on demand, play on demand, play. See, it absolutely bugs the child to do it like that. And so this is the problem for every artist. Because an artist is a man who makes his living by playing. Whether he's dancing, painting, or playing music, or whatever it is. And he has to overcome this problem. He has to know how to play in public at a given time on an appointment. See? And that's not an easy thing to learn. But when you catch on to the trick of it, you can do it.
Play on demand.
That's the hardest lesson of life. To contrive what is called by my Japanese artist friend Saburo Hasegawa a controlled accident. Now dear, play. Now dear, play. Play on demand, play on demand, play on demand, play. Say now dear, play.
dear. Play, play on demand, play on demand, play on demand, play, play now dear. Play, now dear. Play, play on demand, play on demand, play on demand, play.
Aye.
Become the best in the world at what you do. Keep redefining what you do until this is true. Until this is true. Become the best in the world at what you do. Keep redefining what you do until this is true. Until this is true.
If you really want to get paid in this world, you want to be number one at whatever it is that you're doing.
Do you know who Akira The Don is?
Of course, he's amazing. He's amazing.
It can be niche, that's the point. It can literally be you're getting paid for just being you. You know, at this point, some of the most successful people in the world are that way. Oprah gets paid for being Oprah. Joe Rogan gets paid for being Joe Rogan. They're being authentic to themselves. You want to be number one, but you want to keep changing what you do until you're number one. You can't just pick something arbitrary. You can't say, I'm going to be the fastest runner in the world, and now you got to beat Usain Bolt. That's too hard of a problem. But what you can do is you can keep changing what your objective is until it arrives to your specific knowledge, your skill sets, your position, your capabilities, your location, your interest, knowledge, your skill sets, your position, your capabilities, your location, your interest, and then converges to making you number one. Number one.
Become the best in the world at what you do. Keep redefining what you do until this is true. Until this is true. Become the best in the world at what you do. Keep redefining what you do until this is true. Until this is true.
When you're searching for what to do, you actually have two different foci that you have to keep in mind at all points. One of those is, I want to be the best at what I do. And the second is, what I do is flexible so that I am the best at it. I am the best at it. Until you arrive at a comfortable place where you're like, yes, this is something I can be amazing at while still being authentic to who I am. And this is not going to be an overnight discovery. It's going to be a long journey. But at least you know how to think about it. Important thing for a company is to find product market fit. The important thing for an entrepreneur is to find founder product market fit, where you are naturally inclined to build the right product which has a market. That's a three focus problem, which is you got to make all three of those work at once. If you want to be successful in life, you just have to get comfortable managing multivariate problems, multiple objective functions at once. And this is one of those cases where you have to map at least two or three at once.
Become the best in the world at what you do. Keep redefining what you do until this is true. Until this is true. Become the best in the world at what you do. Keep redefining what you do until this is true. Until this is true. Become the best in the world at what you do. Keep redefining what you do until this is true. Until this is true. Become the best in the world at what you do. Keep redefining what you do until this is true. Until this is true.
Yeah! Big! Best in the fucking world! Become the best! until. Until.
Become the best in the world at what you do. Keep redefining what you do.
Until. Become the best in the world. With Naval right there. Now more than ever, that's more important than ever. There's robots scheming and they're scheming on your gerbs. They scheming, baby. The only way through is to be you. So pure you, it cannot be cloned. You doing anything that can be cloned, you in trouble. You gotta go full 100% you. Even if you're already doing that, do that more. More you. 100% unfiltered you. That's the thing that cannot be competed with. Consider yourself a conduit, right? Consider yourself all your life's experiences, everything you've ever done. And then when the idea comes through you, purely you, in a pure, uncompromised, true fashion, through the skills that you have built and developed, that expression can only exist in that manner. That thing cannot be done by a neural network. It can only be done by your network. You're very specific. Go do it, baby. Become the best. Not medium. The best.
Existence, the physical universe, is basically playful. There is no necessity for it whatsoever. It isn't going anywhere. That is to say, it doesn't have some destination that it ought to arrive at. But it is best understood by analogy with music. Because music, as an art form, is essentially playful. We say you play the piano. You don't work the piano. Why? Music differs from, say, travel. When you travel, you are trying to get somewhere. One doesn't make the end of a composition the point. If that were so, the best conductors would be those who played fastest. And there would be composers who wrote only finales. People go to concert just to hear one crashing chord. Because that's the end. Existence, the physical universe, is basically playful. There is no necessity whatsoever. It isn't going anywhere. Existence, the physical universe, is basically playful. And it is best understood by analogy. There's no necessity whatsoever. It isn't going anywhere. Same way dancing. You don't aim at a particular spot in the room. That's where you should arrive. The whole point of the dancing is the dance. Now, but we don't see that as something brought by our education into our everyday conduct. We've got a system of schooling which gives a completely different impression. It's all graded. And what we do is we put the child into the corridor of this grade system. So they kind of, come on, kitty, kitty, kitty. And now you go to kindergarten, you know, and that's a great thing because when you finish that, you'll get into first grade. And then come on, first grade leads to second grade and so on, and then you get out of grade school, you go to high school, and it's revving up, the thing is coming. Then you're going to go to college, and by Jove, then you get into graduate school, and when you're through with graduate school, you go out to join the world. Then you get into some racket where you're selling insurance, and they've got that quota to make. And you're going to make that. And all the time, the thing is coming. It's coming. It's coming. That great thing. That great thing. Thing is coming. It's coming. It's coming. That great thing. That great thing. The success you're working for. Then when you wake up one day about 40 years old, you say, my God, I've arrived. I'm there. And you don't feel very different from what you always felt. By expectation. Look at the people who live to retire and put those savings away. And then when they're 65, they don't have any energy left. They're more or less impotent. And they go rock in a senior citizens community. Because we've simply cheated ourselves the whole way down the line. We thought of life by analogy with a journey, with a pilgrimage, which had a serious purpose at the end, and the thing was to get to that end. Success or whatever it is, or maybe heaven after you're dead. But we missed the point the whole way along. It was a musical thing, and you were supposed to sing or to dance while the music was being played.
The physical universe is basically playful. There's no necessity whatsoever. It isn't going anywhere. Existence, the physical universe, is basically playful.
But it is best understood by analogy with music. Because music, as an art form, is essentially playful.
Thank you, brothers and sisters. That was Meaningwave live on this auspicious day of our Lord, whatever the... What is it? Where are we? We're in May. We're in May. And it's a beautiful May to be alive. We'll be having a birthday stream on Thursday, and there might be another one before then. You never know. Keep your eyes on the skies and on the alerts and on the notification things. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you've rung bells, all that stuff. If you want to support this endeavor, I would humbly suggest you go to meaningwave.com. ¿Por qué? Because happiness is a side effect of meaning. Go to meaningwave.com. You can find all manner of cool stuff, like latest, you see, in case you've missed anything. You can find blogs that will detail things. For example, we had a party stream on Friday that got blocked on YouTube. But if you go over here, you can find out how to view it, you see, and download it and all that sort of thing. 63 copyright strikes blocked in all countries. Great, thanks. Delightful. And if, there's also the, what is that? Support Meaningwave. Here on resources, you can click Support Meaningwave. And you can support Meaningwave. You can use PayPal or Patreon or Bitcoin or ETH or Venmo or Cash App. Any of those. You can buy digital music bundles, CDs, vinyl and cassettes, and apparel. All these things exist at meaningwave.com. Meaningwave.com. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué?
Meaningwave.com. Because happiness is a side effect of meaning.
Oh yeah, that's why. We have that new single dropping this week. New single dropping next week. and a new single the week after that, an album after that, then a new single the week after that, then an album the week after that, then a new single the week after that. Ain't no stopping, baby. We going in. Thank you all for being here. Shouts out Corey Griffith. Says my boy Chris just tuned in. He will love this. Shouts out to Chris. The boy Chris. You're going to have to rewind. So you came in just at the end, but I hope you had a good time. Thank you all for being here. It's a beautiful day to be alive here at the peak of recorded human civilization. My name is Akira The Don, artist, DJ, wave lord, and architect of the Meaningwave universe. That was a powerful sneeze. Hit the like on the way out, leave a comment. Head on over to meaningwave.com. And see you very, very soon, you beautiful thing, you. Good night and God bless.
Make my